Hi everyone, Kenfinity here, and here's my review of The Dark Knight, directed again by Christopher Nolan, starring Christian Bale, again, now including Heath Ledger, Aaron Eckhart, Michael Caine, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Gary Oldman, Morgan Freeman, Monique, Gabrielle Curran, Rondine, Cillian Murphy, Chun Han, Nestor Carbonell, Eric Roberts, Richie Coster, Anthony Michael Hall, and Keith Zaganakia. Great cast, really is. And of course, this film is 3 years after, we got the playing card from the Joker at the end of Batman Begins. And these Jokers are trying to blow off the biggest bank in Gotham by making school out. So you hear with the school bus that they, do not have any warrants from any school district to use for these, nasty give back to the community, outcomes, and one of them is actually the Joker. I can't give much away. And we see how Scarecrow has one last rendezvous with this Batman fan who wants to help Gotham just like Bruce always will. But of course, Bruce comes and he uses this really awesome diffuser. Of course, it'll never be a gun, of course. And he tells that man, "You can't be me." And it's awesome seeing how back at the GCPD. Commissioner Gordon is even stronger with all the police officers. And the mayor is really cracking down on, this new election of district attorney, where, Harvey Dent is a good friend of Rachel. While Rachel is still doing her legal, focuses on all these criminals. They should just have, everything in Arkham that they need, Should just be locked up in Arkham. But she is still trying to do everything, everywhere, all over Gotham. And Harvey, you can tell how dedicated he is. And he knows he's been working for a long time in Gotham, justice system, right? And he knows Bruce, he knows everyone in the police department, everything. And in the meantime, this nasty Joker is working with all of these elite criminals. And is trying to blow off the biggest citywide heist so he can get all this money, basically, right? Can't say too much. So Bruce and Alfred are, cracking down on because there's a bunch of criminals that are being assembled by this nasty clown prince of crime, who literally, he changes up his origin story, know how I got these scars? My father. It's not always his father. And I don't think he ever did that. So, Lucius Fox is back. And he has a few newbies to tech for Bruce to use after they meet with this Hong Kong official who was doing some illegal shady business that also needs to be out of Gotham. So we got all these criminals and this Hong Kong businessman, right? And then at this big assembly, this huge gunshot goes off. The nasty Joker. And then Harvey and Rachel, everyone is at this big party. And Rachel is kidnapped. And her and Harvey are held captive in this house, this big building. It's cozy like a house. And because Bruce has to rescue them. Well, it looks like a house. They have to, be very strategic with how they talk to each other. Because that nasty Joker is, trying to detonate this building. I can't get too much away, but of course, Harvey, sadly doesn't fully make it, And, Commissioner Gordon meets him at the hospital. Now, have his face is burned off. And he brings up, "You remember the name you used to y'all gave me, back when I was just running for office?" Said Harvey, Two-Face then. Yeah, Two-Face. And now he literally has to wear the scarred face. Well, he already had this contemplation about, he talked, at this big dinner party about, either you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Like you actually are going through all the turmoil of life, you become a villain, but you shouldn't. You gotta always stand up for what's right. But it does make sense, but don't become a villain. He's signing on. So now he is a villain. And now he has to be stopped while the Joker is interrogated. So that Bruce can find out more, of course. So long story short, it has to be Joker's apprehended on top of this building, hanging upside down, having all the chuckles of his anarchist life. Because he literally just wants anarchy. He wants this money, he just wants anarchy, right? So it's a very different Joker. He just wants things to be crazy. Like literally, you know. And Harvey, he wants revenge for what happened and everything, you know. So Two-Face is stopped. Gotham is back to having its hero that they deserve and everything. And it's an amazing follow-up because it really is a crime drama with all of the utility. All of the, supervillain aftermath. But it really is just a crime story about how this official got pushed to the edge and became, I always have this Two-Face. Became Two-Face. Yeah, so after they did the redesign from the animated series. I always have this on my desk. Perfect. One of the few action figures. I love it. So, seeing how, this drove the Joker to be this anarchist with not really knowing his backstory at all, and how Bruce is having to just double down on, staying focused on getting rid of this crime. Literally, it's the biggest dichotomy. I'm always thinking about these things because Bruce is trying to get rid of the crime population because of the worst event that happened in that alley, And now you've got an anarchist trying to do things, and then you have a former awesome, politician who became corrupted by this nonsense. So like his quote, it literally turned on him. He became the villain. So it's really cool seeing how they dive into the psyche and everything. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh yeah, it will Harris-Kenfinity because it really is. They really made a crime drama with so incorporating everything. Batman. Superhero. And just things justice, and literally the whole Justice Department. So it's amazing. Oh yeah, I would have liked for there to have been a little bit more of the police department. That's that thing. Who is this homicidal, anarchist person, and a little bit more of Bruce, Harvey, and Rachel. Being friends together, not living together, but being friends together, with the justice system and everything. But it's an amazing follow-up to an already amazing telling of the Cape Crusader. It's amazing. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Please let me know, what's your favorite, not just superhero, but what's your favorite movie sequel that, really pushes it to the next level, And so, maybe not just movie sequel that's better than the original, but a movie sequel that really just ups everything, So please comment below. Thanks so much for watching. Yes, please like, subscribe, the notification bell, know all new videos come out, and these videos last infinity.